Okay, should be on stream in like a minute, maybe like 30 seconds. Who knows? Could be anything in that time period, if I'm being honest. Ah, sick. I'm already live. Okay. Let's check that, see if it's looking good. 1 second, chat. All right. Let's see. Can I hear myself? Yep. All right. I can hear myself. Hey, everybody. Walter in place here. Welcome back to another Minecraft machinima reaction stream. Someone's showing up the stream. Hold on. Yo, Raptor's showing up and says, "Hey, what is good?" But yeah. So for those of you who've seen this kind of content before, a while back I did a live commentary on the Guardians of the Ancient Relic season 1 and 2, or seasons 1 and 2 rather. So I'm wanting to do the same thing for Keeper of the Peace, and then also for Obsidian War, hopefully sooner rather than later. So for those of you who don't know what the Keeper of the Peace is, so it is a prequel to the Guardians of the Ancient Relic. So I'll just explain the gist of Guardians of the Ancient Relic. It's about this Steve who pretty much is exploring, but then he finds out about 4 Guardians, and then he kind of tries to find out who they are, and then he kind of goes through a bunch of, goes through a long mission to, pretty much save the world with that information. And the thing is, though, the twist is, he's actually a clone Steve, and this is the original Steve that Keeper of the Peace has. So that's like the gist. And I don't think I'm going to spoil anything that happens in here, but I think that is probably going to just be the starter point. So anyways, I'm going to start this off. And yeah, without further ado, let's get into it. Into the Keeper of the Peace. And this is the movie specifically.
Let's go to a place.
I'll turn subtitles on too in case if I'm too loud.
Where the only limit.
I don't think I am, but
imagination.
Might help.
Let's go wherever you want to go. Climb the tallest mountains.
Delayed go. Okay, that's distracting.
Venture down to the darkest caves. Build anything you want. Day or night, rain or shine. Because you will never find a place more fascinating than this. Protect yourself with the strongest armor that you can craft. And fight off the dangers of the night. This adventure, it's up to you.
Audio's a bit quiet.
That's what they told me before he came.
Okay, I'll fix that.
Herobrine, the twisted clone. I am the original Steve. Notch had finished his kingdom.
Raptor's this
the
better?
Same day, he hired 4 guardians to protect it. They did so faithfully. It was rumored that some zombie had come into the vicinity.
This might be better, I'm not sure.
So then, Notch had me cloned. We had never heard of zombies before, or how powerful they were. So I was cloned by the 100. And with the press of a button, 10 more would appear. We sent them out to find and kill this zombie. It turned out that it had no strength in its arms as we had expected, but a strong bite which
better?
spread
Alright,
zombification virus. It spread more quickly than any of us expected. The remaining clones were sent for villagers to hold experiments to cure the others from their zombification.
Being quiet for this bit because it's like the whole
experiment
story
failed.
narrative.
Notch smashed his creation to the ground, knowing that however many more clones he would create, they would all become infected. Then we turned to the Guardians, but they had a problem of their own. Pillagers had found our location and discovered that we had a relic. And not just any relic, the ancient relic. A relic that can do anything the mind can imagine. There is a way to activate it, but we have yet to find out how to. Our last hope was in the relic. If we could defeat the pillagers, that would be one threat dealt with. Then we would spend a year or 2 studying how to activate the relic. But alas, the Guardians acted selfishly. They fought to their best ability, but started to notice that we were losing. Ravagers were invading the castle borders, pillagers were taking villagers hostage. The castle was blown to ruins. The Guardians took the relic. All hope was lost.
And there we have the introduction to Keeper of the Peace. So from here on out, I can like describe things.
Notch! The last Guardian's getting
So
away
yeah,
with
so
the
for this
relic.
bit,
It's too
pretty
late.
much.
We have to retreat. We need to split up if we have any hope of escape.
So yeah,
I will find you again.
I really wanted
No,
to
we
make
must
sure
stay
to
apart.
include.
This is a time of chaos.
That's why we should stick together.
So yeah, I really wanted to
No,
include
Steve,
though,
this is a war we can't
just like the
win,
fact
not
that
now.
when
Run to the
Alikos,
far
and
lands.
he wasn't named
They
in this
can't catch
series,
us.
but when Alikos took the
We're the
relic,
only
I really
ones
wanted to
left.
show the kind
Understood.
of,
Safe travels, my friend.
I don't know, just like the sense
see
of
you again
urgency that was
someday.
felt, and then just like the sadness after,
So
which
then
is
we
this
both
bit.
split up.
I just really
So
wanted
if
to
one
make
of us
sure.
was caught, there would still be
And then
hope
I had the
for
whole
other.
castle destroyed as well because of the pillagers and all that you see in the Obsidian War, which is, you know, a stream will do another time, hopefully. So yeah, anyways, Keeper of the Peace. I loved using that whole title card thing. It was one of my favorite things about making this whole
Years
thing.
passed, and I was lucky to survive. I distanced myself from all civilization.
So fun fact,
saw
I
the
actually
other
recorded
humans,
this
I
bit
relocated.
before
Eventually, I found a spot so peaceful
the
that
first
no one
bit,
would ever check
like
to look
Notch
there for a
and
runaway.
Steve talking to
It was
each other a
hard.
bunch. And the
Nobody to
reason for
talk
that
to.
was,
And
and I
we'd
think
help
I was
fight the
kind of
fight
trying
in this crazy
to
war.
work out
There were
where
animals,
everything would be,
but I needed
especially.
food.
So Steve going around,
Notch told me about going
finding
to the
stuff, that was
Farlands.
before,
I was on my way there, and I wanted to be the
that
first
was,
one to prove
yeah,
that they
just
were
before
real.
that kind of stuff even happened. So
I just had to hope that nobody found my trail of camps.
the more you know.
But one day,
And then yeah, I
came
changed
across a
to
shocking
beef
sight.
as well,
A
like
myth
to the
born
cooked
from
beef or
Notch's
steak, I
kingdom.
guess, if you're in Java.
Something, someone that always seemed to appear at random times. Herobrine. I may have once heard him called the prototype.
And I did start off by
So,
saying
because he was my
herobrine.
first clone,
That's how I used to say
He's
it.
been told that he
but
escaped from Notch's castle one
due
day
to the
and hid down in
explanation
caves.
of
He found
how
dungeons, and hidden near
Herobrine,
bedrock,
how
the
like it
command
kind of
block.
fits in with my explanation of him.
The
I
command
just
block
started
is
calling him
said to hold
Herobrine
great
about
power.
halfway through the
While
series.
the ancient relic can only be used for
but yeah.
good, the command block can be used for good.
Raptor
as
says
well
very
as for
W
good.
intro, thank you.
My guess
Appreciate
is, when Herobrine learned the power of the command block, he made a virus. And so it attached itself to the nearest human, and the war began.
And that's a link into Guardians of the Ancient Relic as well.
I dreaded ever having to speak to him, but one day, he came to me.
I forgot where I got this music, but
He's here.
I'm so happy with it.
Hello, Steve. Leaving
Cave
so
sounds.
soon?
I think I
heard
used
that
like
you and Notch
Cave
were going to try
17
and
for
fix the
Herobrine.
virus.
Who
I love
told
that
you
sound.
that?
This command block. It accesses the code of the world, including your little talk with Notch.
So then you kill me. What next?
Oh no, I'm not here to
Raptor
kill
says,
you.
"Oh, chills."
I want you to join me.
That's very
I
cool,
know
thank
you.
you.
Need a friend.
You're no friend. You're the cause of the virus.
And I love
If I
having like
team
the
up with you, you'll make me
shader
just like all the
kind of
other
like make
mindless
everything kind of
zombies.
foggy. I'm mostly
Which is
sure this was
exactly
my
why I
first
need you
machinima
with me.
that I actually had
completely
the
different
shader
goals.
going. And then when like the rain was going here, I was
See
thinking,
about
oh yeah,
that.
that's perfect.
Consider this before
Um,
you attempt to stab me. I can send you
but yeah.
to a dimension that you've never seen before. Would you like me to tell you what it's called? Of course you do. It's called the End, where Endermen live.
The only food in that dimension is chorus fruit.
I
Devoid of
represent
anything
Chill
except
specifically with the Steve line
void.
before he encountered Herobrine.
The land
Thank you.
isn't
Yes, like
evidence
I
here.
never wanted to speak to
There are
him. I dreaded
islands,
ever
all
having
looking
to
like
talk to him, but one day
asteroids.
he came to me. I'm glad
If
you like
you
that.
fail me, I will send you there. The command block has the power to teleport anything.
So yeah,
anywhere.
ends.
Aye, there is
Uh,
no need to
Is pretty
resist.
much Herobrine was
The
going to
command
send
block in my
Steve to the end
inventory,
pretty
I
much because
always
it's
know your coordinates.
kind of hard to
Fine.
escape it if
What
you
do
don't
you
defeat
need
the
me
Ender
for?
Dragon, and by that I mean you can
There are
either
things that the command
you
block
know
cannot
defeat
do.
the dragon or
When I ran
just
away
kind of
and
jump
found
into the
the
void,
command
but
block, I
that's not like
quickly
a
learned of
thing
its power.
that really happens. You can't
However,
really
I
like.
still wanted more.
This is essentially
I
hardcore
learned that
mode,
the ancient
so
relic
you
can
can't really
hold great
respawn
power
in this
as
world.
well. And if it's joined with the command block, oh, we could rule all the overworld.
And what would I gain? I'm not looking for dictatorship. I'm looking for peace.
We could share the two
I
artifacts.
still love the
and you
shader so
could
much.
cure
It's
the
Yo
zombies.
FPS.
Come on,
It's
Steve. They're your
built off of
clones. Save
Shockafik
them.
13 shader or something. I thought that was the
You
current
better be
name of the
telling
guy,
the truth.
but
I'll help
but
you
yeah.
find the relic.
it's really great. It has great frames per
Herobrine
second.
and I walked far.
But
I
yeah.
knew that he would eventually turn for the worst, but having the relic return to Notch, we could finally stop Herobrine.
So it was
We were
interesting as
walking
well.
away from the
So-
Farlands. Herobrine was trying to trap me, but I didn't know
Yeah.
how yet.
In this or no, I think
Here we are,
It's a
my
bit early to
humble
bring that up.
abode. Get some sleep. We travel further in the morning.
But yeah, so
I'd rather
Herobrine, he
sleep
actually.
outside.
So me starting off,
so
I wanted
neat.
to make sure that Herobrine wouldn't just start off in this massive place that would
I had
just
no time to waste.
humiliate.
I was
Or
going to
no,
take
not
the command
humiliate
block.
Steve, but that wouldn't completely kind of
It was 3 in the morning.
overwhelm
I figured that Herobrine would be in
Steve
a
and
deep sleep by now.
just
I got
make
out
him
of my
feel
bed and
like,
crept
I
inside
don't know,
his
like
house.
he couldn't really take on Herobrine.
That was me.
I want him to start small,
Dark,
so
twisted
that the
clone
gist of it was,
of me.
so that Herobrine just
command
kind
block
of
was in Herobrine's
tries to
pocket.
gain Steve's trust
I
by
started
trying
to
to
reach
act
for
humble, and then later on he can just kind of stab him with that trust, and then
How
you know,
does
this,
it
this
work?
kind of like, and then that's where
It is
Steve gets a bit
powered
more
by
of the picture. It's
imagination.
like, oh wait, this
Can I
guy,
hold it?
you know, he's
Of course. Just
he's
don't even
Herobrine.
try to
Why
run
am I
away
trusting
with
this
it.
guy?
As I held the block, I wasn't looking for how to use it. I was looking for a weak point.
After could you pause between bits?
Under
Yeah,
one
I
of the
guess I
flashing
could.
buttons, there
Yeah,
was
I'll
a
do
small
that from here.
crack. I then wondered what would happen to Herobrine if I did destroy the block. Would he be stripped of his powers? Would he die? I couldn't know, but I wasn't out to kill anyone.
So yeah, that is a good idea, Raptor, for pausing, for talking about things. It's a bit better way of handling it. But yeah, so I'm just noticing that that Steve's shoulder kind of roll up thing is, you know, nice. That's a Minecraft moment. But yeah, so I wanted to make sure, Raptor said, I apologize, it's a bit hard to hear what you're saying sometimes. Yeah, I assumed so. That's why I had the sound so low at the beginning for the video itself. But yeah, so I wanted to make sure that Steve, like, and this goes for his clone self as well. I wanted to make sure that pretty much he's a really full of forgiveness kind of character. He wants to make sure that he does everything in his power to kind of like not like kill anyone, which is something that his clone did in Guardians season 2 more specifically. And then, you know, I wanted to make sure that you know, Steve, like, it, because, you know, he's taking the command block in order to like look at it, but yeah, he's just trying to make sure to not have any terrible intentions by defeating Herobrine,
Looks
even though there
powerful.
would be people who'd want him to do that, I'm sure.
Beyond anything you can imagine.
And by I mean kill Herobrine.
And nobody's come after it? Whenever this much power is at stake, everyone comes. Go back to bed. We mustn't talk about these things so late. With my desire to find the command block's weakness quenched, I quickly fell asleep.
Title card 2. I do have these throughout. Because, again, I really love putting them in. By the way, I think a lot of the music I used in Keeper of the Peace, or at least some of the main music, I used from Sonic Omens, which is a fan game, which I love it so much. I just downloaded it on a laptop recently, and yeah, this is a Minecraft stream, but, you know, that's just fun fact, I guess. Something I want to maybe do sometime. But yeah, it has great music. Some of my favorite soundtrack for most any fan game ever.
Steve, wake up. We go. Be right with you. The Illagers run this place. They're looking for the relic, just like us.
So, pretty much, on the left you can see, you know, the icicles, or I guess kind of, or not really icicles. What are those called? I guess they're kind of like jagged. I forgot specifically what they're called. But here's the thing. You guys may be thinking, I have never seen a mansion inside of a snowy biome. What is this? Let alone like an ice peaks biome or whatever it's called. So the thing about Java that's especially cool, one of the things I love is, the thing is you can just slash place it into any biome. So you can do slash place and then structure, and then, yeah, you can just place it here. So I wanted to make sure it kind of had more like chilly things. So like maybe it could be a bit more like, you know, how do I put this? Like maybe a bit more intimidating. It's more of like a cold environment, and then it's like more of a cold, literal like atmosphere plot-wise as well.
I trust you to a point, but Illagers, they'll imprison me as soon as they see me. That won't be a problem. Once they see that you're with me, they'll know you're on our side. So, you're like a king here. I prefer the term overlord. Everyone, this human is going to help us find the relic. Why'd you tell them that? So that if you resist, they'll know and end you.
Heartwarming. I love saying that line. So yeah, so y'all can probably see this, but here's the ancient relic on the right, which is, you know, the main focus of the pretty much the pinnacle of everything, kind of like the main connecting point of everything. And here's the command block. And Herobrine, pretty much, he sees himself with both of them. That's kind of his ultimate goal, which explains why both of these are you know.
Why would you have a
in
statue
here.
of Notch? I thought you hated him. He has the relic. Herobrine was under the impression that Notch had the relic, but the Guardians actually had it. I couldn't lie, but I couldn't reveal where it was.
So, and another thing, so you can see this is Notch. So, when I first released this, I didn't really make this too clear, because I hadn't really, made a whole series about this yet. But the thing is, so Notch is holding obsidian, and that is to represent the Obsidian War, and the whole gist of he has the obsidian, he got it before everyone else, and so that's just the kind of symbolism there. And I guess the crying obsidian is probably to kind of symbolize the kind of power that it had. After says, that room is interesting to be in, thank you.
Right. I saw an odd passageway, blocked off by cobblestone. If I wanted any leads on Herobrine's plans, I had to find a way in there. Let us sit down. I will go and make sure that you didn't bring any visitors.
Also, I am mostly sure that this is like a block for block rebuild of what I made in Guardian Season 2. For those who don't know, I made Guardians of the Ancient Relic Season 1 and 2 before I made Keeper of the Peace. So it's a bit backwards in the timeline, but yeah, I'm pretty sure I've rebuilt that. Like block for block.
What secrets are you hiding?
I think I did add the red nether brick though. Secret passageway. And yeah, so I had a minecart there. I don't know if it was seen in the shot. I don't think it was. But yeah, secret minecart. So, yeah, there we go.
Plans. Herobrine isn't planning on taking over the world. He's planning on bringing it to ruin. The remaining villages are going to get pillaged. Not just castles going to get blown to pieces. I need to get out of here.
Villager sounds. And yeah, using the stairs on the side as an escape is something that I really, I don't know, it was really satisfying to pull off, because usually you're expecting like a door to like break through something, like a window or something, but you know what? Just go up the decoration on the side of the room. So that's what I decided to do here. And I also decided that I'd like kind of block out the windows as well, because there was originally a window here, but that just made it too cheery. And this is a pretty serious scene, so I want to make sure about that. Same thing with the other spots here and here.
Maintenance. This should leave me out of the mansion.
Raptor says tense or fitting music for tense sneaking. Thank you. Forget what the music is called. I think it might be like Rubido.
I knew that I never should have trusted Herobrine, but now that I knew his plans, I could stop them.
So we're on part 3 of the whole movie. Dang, we're a bit further in than I thought we'd be.
But I couldn't defeat a whole army by myself, let alone
Herobrine.
But who could have helped me? If I found someone, I'd be risking their life or mine by simply being in their presence. But after a long travel away from Herobrine's mansion, I found something familiar. The flag for Notch's kingdom. Then I remembered. A select group were sent here by Notch to gather resources to defeat
Herobrine.
But by the look of it, it didn't end well.
So this is where I started
I
saying
entered the ruined
Herobrine.
mine shaft that they made. No sign of anyone. A piece of the command block. That must be why it was cracked.
Steve? Is that you?
What happened here?
Herobrine found us and took all of our resources. I barely managed to get out of his sight. I'm all that's left.
I'm glad to have you. It's been a while since I've seen a friendly face since Notch's kingdom fell.
Likewise. Follow me. I'll take you to our hideout.
So pausing for a moment, Raptor says, love the writing of the lore in this. Fire emoji, thank you very much. Also, for some reason, the gold nugget kind of looks like a poisonous potato for some reason here. I don't know why. But I wanted to make sure, though, that I get a bit of a bit of a small view into, or at least just some view into some of the civilians as well, some of the other members of Notch's kingdom, because most people have watched the series. They'd know Steve. They'd know the Guardians if they watched Obsidian more. They'd know, like, pretty much the general ones, Guardians of the Ancient Relic with Heracles and Alex. But I wanted to make sure as well, because I didn't really do too much of this, and I just wanted to make sure that I would like get some kind of insight into what some of the workers of Notch would have kind of their experiences would be with characters like Herobrine. So then we have the miner, the guy who does mining, and yeah, just seeing, I don't know, just his kind of perspective of the story. So I want to make sure to kind of not just focus on the protagonist, but also on some smaller characters. Raptor says, this deserves far more love and attention. Thank you.
Not too long before Herobrine came, our most precious finding was a golden apple. We were going to save it for a situation we truly needed it, but that moment passed, so I'm giving it to you.
I couldn't.
I insist.
Okay, I'll take it. Thank you. How would you like to join me?
Join you? Defeat Herobrine?
He's a powerful force.
Pausing also for a moment. I also wanted to make sure that like the slabs of the stone slabs, I wanted to make sure, because this isn't like a proper floor. I know this is a mesa biome, but I wanted to make sure that the stone floors, like they've been mining this out, and they just kind of reinforced some stuff. And yeah, we got some kind of pebbles and larger rocks, those kind of building things.
And I would really appreciate the help. I could teach you what I know about swordsmanship, defense, strategy.
I'd be honored.
Let's get out of here before Herobrine comes back. No!
I gave you a choice to join me, to right all of the wrongs that Notch has caused. Don't you see? Notch was the one who started the virus. He was so hasty to clone you that a mutation was created inside of one of us due to his miscalculation. All of us that are zombified are as they are because of Notch.
Also, just gotta say, GWB did an amazing job with that scream. I definitely was convinced that he got stabbed. As terrible as that sounds. But yeah, Herobrine, I wanted to make him like more competent than like maybe some other villains that I've, villain situations I've had. Because I wanted to make sure, because teleportation is one of the biggest parts of Herobrine, so I wanted to make sure that literally wherever you are, like I just wanted to have the looming threat that literally wherever you are, there's a possibility that you won't be safe, and like Herobrine could just plip in, know your coordinates, and just kind of just ruin everything. So I wanted to make sure of that. So yeah.
The command block was never meant to fall into human hands, and now that it has ruined the lives of many, giving dangerous power to you and spreading disaster all around it. If what you are saying is true, you would be zombified as well.
This block can give me the power to fix everything. If you won't join me, I'll have to rid of you. But since I pity you, I'll let you go one last time. I will spare your friend as well as proof to the rest of Notch's kingdom that I will not hesitate to stop them.
As much as I wanted to stop him right then and there, we were in an enclosed space. I didn't stand a chance. I left, holding the golden apple that the miner gave me, tightly in my hand.
So, I'm wanting to, so first off, parkour. Interestingly, I was gonna have a mod. I couldn't figure it out. I don't think it was compatible with I could figure it out. I just don't think it was compatible with the other things I had, like the replay mod that I used at the time, and then also the shader pack. I forget if that was compatible or not. But I actually originally wasn't gonna have those kind of blocks that went up on the wall.
Apple that the miner gave me, tightly in my hand.
So yeah, that moment. Also, the music syncing was it worked so perfectly. I love it when music does that. But yeah, there's actually some mod. I forgot what it's called, but you can kind of have wall running and you can like slide under stuff. And originally I was gonna have Steve like slide under, but so to all those who are hearing and thinking that would have been so much cooler, I'm sorry, but yeah, it was not compatible with the other things I had. But That was something I wanted to do there, though. And the golden apple in Steve's hand.
No home, no company, just a painfully long journey to a legendary land, and a twisted clone of myself always making me question if I was safe or not. If I could trap him somewhere that he couldn't escape from, the overworld would be free from his tyranny. For a little while, at least.
1 second, chat. 1 second. I'm just gonna see if I can get the chat box to be like a bit smaller. Can I do that? I can. Can I like make it? I can squish it. No way. I can squish chat. I'm just trying to figure out like, cause I feel like it obstruct. I'm not making that small. That'd be hilarious. I just wish there was a way to like. Nah, I don't think that's quite possible. I just like, I feel like it's obstructing the screen a bit. I'm gonna put it like down. I'm gonna put it down here. Nah. Yeah, that's probably good where it was. Alright. Back to the content.
But without the ancient relic or the command block, my chances of defeating Herobrine were very slim. There weren't very many places to trap him. I had traveled several million blocks away from Notch's castle.
And I wanted to make sure as well to include the jungle pyramids, because jungle pyramids are so cool, and they look even cooler with texture packs, or shader packs in this case. So I'm really happy I was able to include one of them.
To trap him. I had traveled several million blocks away from Notch's castle. The only places relatively close were jungle temples, desert pyramids, and strongholds. They didn't have much space to trap Herobrine, but I had to try. I headed to the desert pyramid first. It was the least obvious choice. A building stranded in the desert wouldn't seem like a usual place for someone to get trapped. Once I set up the trap, I waited. He didn't come, but somebody else did. It can't be.
So first, Raptor says Shuniji, my favorite aquatic update music. I definitely agree, it's my favorite as well. So I think I'm gonna explain this scene more like after the dialogue goes through, but y'all lock in. There's about to be some lore dumping here.
It's one of the Guardians. Alikos. Steve, I don't know what to say. Where are the other Guardians? They're far from here. Why did you take the relic? You knew that it was all we had left. We were losing. We needed to evacuate. Notch never gave the order. If we'd stayed, there would be no escape. The Guardians that I knew never would have said that.
Pausing quickly as well, because it's the thing that if someone kind of has a bit better of a lead on what they're saying, that they kind of had the literal higher ground as to who was in the right. I would say that it's a bit more towards Steve in this particular situation, but Steve looking up at Alikos kind of is supposed to imply that Alikos is kind of looking down on Steve a bit more, I would say.
We've changed, Steve. All of us. None of us know how to use the relic anyway. We trusted you. Even if we've changed now, we should have been able to trust you then. It's all in the past. No amount of argument will change that. And we're all trying to defeat Herobrine. We've been split up, but that hasn't changed either. As much as I hate to say this, I do need your help. I'm trying to take the command block from Herobrine. That will never work. The two are inseparable.
Alright, so promised lore dump. So for those after watching Obsidian War, and again, I'm wanting to do a commentary, live commentary on Obsidian War, hopefully pretty soon. Not today, not tonight, but just, I don't know, in the near future, maybe next couple days. But Pretty much. So the thing with Alikos is after he escaped, after he kind of just left Notch's kingdom, he kind of went out to kind of go on missions with the other guardians. And the thing is, the other guardians, they have like a set up base by now. And as to if that base is still being like and they've had multiple bases, I should say as well. They've had multiple bases. And pretty much the other 3 guardians are going to be chilling at that base, but Alikos was sent out specifically to get resources, which is how he went to find Steve. So, and something that is also kind of implied is the other guardians, those being Zacharias, Gabrielle, and Irene, they really aren't that far away from here. So the guardians and Steve have traveled essentially the same distance in this time. So it kind of raises questions as to like, would they reunite or not? But yeah, that's kind of like the subtle point of this.
They'll need to be separable if we want to win the war. War? There's no war anymore. We've already lost. You don't have a right to say that. You ran away. Look around. We're in the middle of nowhere. You're trying to take the command block from Herobrine. I'm getting resources from this desert temple to make more tools to defeat Herobrine. We are desperate. Getting resources? Where's your armor? It was gifted to you by Notch.
And
the pillagers have been tracking us for weeks. We've had to relocate. What about the other guardians? This is going to be harder than I thought.
so you may notice that what I was saying earlier about how Alikos was kind of looking down on Steve, now Steve has kind of approached Alikos a bit, and they're on level ground. So they're just kind of, one isn't really looking down on the other. They've reached a point of they're trying to like understand and stuff. So they're kind of on the same standing ground, and then like they're talking kind of on the same level, if that makes sense.
Okay. If you help me, I'll do my best to plead your case with Notch if I find him again. Deal. What's your plan? Herobrine will be hard to trap. The command block gives him strength. If only Archelaus were here. I found...
And by the way, for those who don't remember Archelaus is the planner of the missions of the Guardians of the Ancient Relic, back when Notch was having his kingdom and the Guardians were sent on missions.
Countless jungle temples, ancient strength. If only Archelaus were here. I found countless jungle temples, ancient cities, strongholds, you name it. We need to trap him somewhere small, but not too small. In the structure, one of us needs to distract him and attack him to make the drop the command block. The other needs to take it and run. I thought that you said we were in this together. We are, but if Herobrine gets the command block back, we lose. That still doesn't tell us how to trap Herobrine. Do you have any better ideas? We build a cage made out of obsidian and lure Herobrine to us. Then we distract him and find a way to make him drop the command block. Just like you said. One of us goes into the cage, and if we're lucky, Herobrine follows. When he comes in, we grab the command block, teleport out with it, and lock the cage. He should lose his powers if we connect with the command block. That's not a bad idea, but it's still too risky. We can't expect Herobrine to do exactly as we want him to do. But if we take the command block from him, that will greatly simplify things. The command block is in one of his pockets. I held it once, and I think that we should take a different approach. What do you mean? A piece of it was broken off. It isn't as strong as it looks. How are we supposed to break it? Walk up to Herobrine? Yes. Are you crazy? He's tried to use me to find the relic so that he can conquer Notch. If I tell him that I want to help him find the relic, he won't turn down that opportunity.
So with Herobrine as well, earlier he was saying that he's sparing Steve because he pitied him, which is definitely true. But the thing is also, Herobrine doesn't only pity Steve for being a part of Notch's kingdom, or at least formerly a part of Notch's kingdom, but he also, similar to how Steve doesn't want to kill Herobrine and he feels like defeating him will work well enough, Herobrine doesn't actually want to kill Steve either, because they're the same person, they're just clones. So they have that kind of mutual respect for each other that leads them to be a bit more, I don't know, a bit more sparing towards each other. So instead of plot armor, it's more like, you know, you wouldn't kill an actual like clone of yourself because that just sounds really messed up and is really messed up. So as messed up as Herobrine is, he still has that little bit of mercy in him and respecting himself.
I try to use the
Also, Raptor says, I'm being real, there aren't even words to describe how great you are at writing stories. Fire, fire, fire. Thank you very much. I really appreciate that. I'm so glad as well. You did really great on the player actions you did for this stuff. I think you played Alikos a lot of the time in his actions. And yeah, you really gave off a convincing Alikos in his movements, so that was very epic.
command block to find where the relic is, and he's tried to use me to find the relic so that he can conquer Notch. If I tell him that I want to help him find the relic, he won't turn down that opportunity. I try to use the command block to find where the relic is, and that's where you come in. You break into the stronghold, Herobrine will attack you, I shut the cage, teleport out, and teleport Herobrine in. We break the command block, Herobrine loses his powers, and we escape. Not bad, but how will we know when Herobrine is coming? That's the thing. We won't.
And the same thing as well with Herobrine just able to show up at any time and ruin anything and everything pretty much. Raptor says thank you, or thanks. You're welcome. I mean it.
This is the place. This could work. It's larger than most rooms I've seen in strongholds. It better. I wouldn't be expecting an ambush in an abandoned stronghold if I were him, which I am. But I never go anywhere without being prepared. What powers have you seen Herobrine use? Not many. He told me that he always knows my location when he has the command block, and he teleported into a mine to imprison one of the citizens of Notch's kingdom. Then there's a good chance that he does know that we're here, that I'm here. Alone, we may not stand a chance, but we're...
By the way, if you guys are hearing this absolute peak music in the background, it's also from Sonic Omens. I really love the music in that game so much. It is so, so good.
Stronger together. Right. I'll build the cage. You stay somewhere out of sight. I'll go to Herobrine's mansion and bring him here. It's me that he wants. When I come back, expect him to have turned on me. I wouldn't expect any more from Herobrine. So, you're going to the Farlands? Yes, it was Notch's final order before we separated. What are they like? No one knows. Before Herobrine, the Obsidian War was told to be a myth. Before the war, the myth of the Farlands. According to the myth, the Farlands never end. They go farther and farther, uncovering secrets that no person has ever discovered. That was until one person said that they had found the Farlands, and they've been exploring in it ever since. How dare those people call the Obsidian War a myth? We saved countless lives.
Reference to Obsidian War. Plug entire series, hopefully soon. Oh hey, GWB, welcome to the stream. W commentary, thank you.
I know. Citizens are valuable, but they can be ungrateful at times, taking for granted the protection that Notch and his army gave them. Steve? Yes? Thank you for believing in me. Herobrine, I've come to make a deal with you.
Also, I really love those kind of things where even before the next scene starts, you can have audio from the next scene. I've seen that around.
Herobrine, I've come to make a deal with you.
I just love doing that kind of stuff. I've done it in my gaming videos, and I've done it in machinimas as well. It's so fun to do. I love it. Also, I've just now noticed that
Herobrine, I've come to make...
I don't know how I've never noticed. If my mouse will show up. I've never noticed this guy. On the right, I've never noticed him. Let's name him Frank. Frank the Pillager.
Make a deal with you. Steve. I thought that I warned you during our last encounter that if we met again, I would have to rid of you. This is different. Neither of us know where the relic is. I'm willing to help you find it. And what makes you think that I will fall for that again? You betrayed me. Just like how the Guardians betrayed you.
Rip Frank, I don't know where he went.
I'm offering a truce until we find the relic. This war has had far too much betrayal. Then who will take the relic? Whoever can. You are not...
I'm sorry, I love how the music synced up. There's that always loved doing that. But yeah, again, the whole high ground thing, kind of looking down on someone. GWV said W Frank the Pillager. Yeah, I know, right? W Frank the Pillager. New Guardians lore revealed, exactly. Raptor said, Frank, no, where'd he go? I don't know. Maybe he's more powerful than we know, and then he's gonna just show up in something in the future. I don't know.
Take the relic. Whoever can. You are not fighting me as I
Sync up.
previously had expected. Fine. One last truce before you meet your demise.
Oh, yeah. So, you can notice that Herobrine's patience is growing pretty thin with Steve. So, he's had mercy towards Steve this whole time, and he respects him, but he's come to the point where he's realizing that Steve is going to ruin his plans if he has mercy for too much longer. So, that's where he kind of decides that he's going to give him one more chance, and then he's going to draw the line.
Does the command block give any information on where the relic could be? No, it can only track humans. How many? Anyone, anywhere. Do you know where the Guardians are? They are not as far from Notch's kingdom as you are. Hundreds of thousands of blocks east of the Forest of the Brave. Except for one. I recall his name. Alikos. I was to fight alongside him after the Obsidian War, when myself and all of the other clones had left.
So, pausing, a little correction from earlier. So, the Guardians are still pretty close to Steve, but they're not nearly as far, and Alikos was sent out much further to coincidentally go where Steve was going. So, a little correction on my part, but yeah.
Why did you leave? When you are one clone in a sea of hundreds of a great warrior, you would feel that your purpose is minimal. I had all of your genetics, strength, intelligence, but my sole purpose was to fight alongside our clones. No one cares about the copies. They serve to extend the fame of their original. You are Steve just as much as I am. You were a general. I was a pawn. So I left, and nobody cared. By the time that someone came to find me, I had discovered my true purpose. The command block did not make me a copy of you. It made me stronger, smarter, and capable of achieving things that would naturally be impossible.
So, a thing as well with Herobrine's backstory, usually, people say kind of things like Herobrine is, I'm just going to say this one specific part of it. Herobrine is Notch's brother, and sometimes people say that Steve is Herobrine, and I kind of wanted to mix those sort of to make it so that Herobrine definitely knew Notch. I think most people would say, in pretty much every canon you have, that Herobrine definitely does know who Notch is, but the thing is as well, I feel like so that Steve can have his own personality, I wanted to make sure that Herobrine had a tragic enough backstory to warrant him becoming a villain while still being Steve. So that was kind of the thought process on Herobrine's backstory.
The pillagers took notice. The villagers were frightened. I gave my first command to my new army, and they treated me as someone special.
Also, village jump scare in the back.
Someone to look up to, and now I have sworn to destroy the very ones that made me feel like no one.
So the thing is as well, Herobrine, he, just like Eggman in Sonic Generations, he loves telling people what to do. So pretty much, when he felt that sense of power, it was like, I'm not feeling worthless anymore. Not just like one guy's listening to me, but there were a lot. There's like a whole group, a whole organization that's just listening to me. He really liked that, and he felt like he had enough on his side that he could actually get back at Notch one day. GWB says Herobrine lore goes crazy. Thank you very much. I wanted to make sure that it could hopefully be pretty crazy, so I'm glad.
None of us meant to make you feel alone. However, vengeance won't fix it. This war isn't just about us, it's about the citizens, keeping them safe.
Notch is a strong leader and had to make hard decisions for all of us. But having an unnatural block control who you are, where your motives lie, it can only harm you. Lives have been lost to the pride of many. The miner that we found in the mine shaft. What has he, or any of these faithful citizens, done to deserve this?
Anyone who takes orders from Notch is an enemy of mine.
So many of our clones have been zombified. Are they your enemies?
No. They will join my army once I find them and cure them. Alikos is nearby. Perhaps he has the ancient relic.
So the thing as well, even though Herobrine's patience is running out with OG Steve, it actually is not run out with the other Steve clones, because with the other Steve clones, original Steve, I would say he actually has less mercy for original Steve, because the thing is, original Steve is the only one that everyone actually cares about, or at least that's how it seems most of the time. So with the other clones, they'd be exactly the same as Herobrine, but they wouldn't have found the command block or anything like that, so they wouldn't really have that sense of power. They're just kind of doing whatever Notch wants. And when it came down to it, a lot of them didn't make it out of the Great Rebellion either. The rebellion where the Guardians took the relic and pillagers just wiped out a lot of the Steve clones, proving just how powerful pillagers are, which is canonical to actual Minecraft, because they can like 2 or 3 shot you, which is crazy. But anyways.
How do we get to him?
We will need to go down into a cave.
Hold up. GWB said we need to have an Obsidian War commentary next, to be honest. Thank you. I'm glad you like this one. Yeah, I definitely want to do that soon. And like the next day or two, I think that I would definitely like to do that. So it should not be too long. It's been so long since you made the Guardians one. Glad you returned to the formula. Yeah, I'm glad too. It feels nice to do this. I like kind of doing behind the scenes things live, and I can interact with a bunch of y'all, and it's pretty cool.
He is this way.
Wait, that's sync up.
Way.
Almost synced up to the door close. So close.
Oh, Steve, you really thought that I wouldn't know about your plan. The command block gives me the power to hear your conversations from afar. I know your plan, that you intend to trap me, to take the command block from me.
Yo, I just saw the hearts on the chat. Thank you very much.
Alikos is but a tool to accomplish that plan.
It doesn't have to be like this. You can help us restore Notch's kingdom, and the overworld will be at peace.
And give up this power. Nah. You must be delusional.
Get away from my general.
Teamwork. Not what I expected.
The block, I say it. I copy.
You fools think that this will be easy. Dropping you two into the void will be easier.
Okay, that took ages to do. More on that in a bit. Thank you for more hearts. But yeah, so I wanted to make sure that even though Alikos and Steve and Alikos, they both had things that they were struggling, because like it makes sense, because Steve, he was defending Notch, and quite frankly, the Guardians, they were really close to having Notch just say, we need to retreat. But in the end, they decided to take the relic, and their motive for that, if you guys want to see their motive for that, then wait until my next stream, which should hopefully be like in a day or two or something, where I do the Obsidian War commentary. But from Steve's perspective, from Notch's perspective, they just took the relic, and they did it selfishly from Steve and Notch's perspectives. So Steve is, going to be pretty mad at Alikos. And despite the fact Alikos is kind of a bit frustrated with Steve as well for trying to hang on to Notch's kingdom, he still came back and he still wanted to make sure that, his friend is okay, his general's okay. And yeah, Raptor, I'm seeing what Raptor's been saying in the chat. Yeah, Alikos. Yep, I made him come back. And since he lost his gear from Obsidian War, he has iron swords instead of diamond swords. And yeah, I remember all the teleporting attempts we did for this scene. I don't know how many attempts it must have been. It felt like 15. I don't know. It took so long because Y'all might be thinking, how would it take that long for two people to successfully pearl onto an island? It wasn't that. It was lining it up in a way that would look good on the camera with the replay mod. So we probably spent like at least like 10 to 15 tries on this. So that was the most tedious part of the entire series, I would say.
You know, come
You know,
easy.
I gotta go back just for pain reasons.
Not what I expected.
Or you know what? No, I'm gonna go back anymore.
Get away from my general. Teamwork. Not what I expected. The block, I say it. I copy. You fools think that this will be easy. Dropping you two into the void will be easier. You know, come to think of it, I think that I will strand you here. We've been tricked.
Oh, use the green screen. But yeah, green screen and Enderpearl. It worked.
I think that I will strand you here. We've been tricked. I can reach him. Reach him? He left the end. Emotionally, he felt worthless
Oh, Alikos.
alongside my other clones. The pillagers made him feel valuable. He wants to use the command block to take down any remains of Notch's kingdom, but to cure all of the other clones that were zombified.
GWB says Herobrine's winning the microphone was so funny, not gonna lie. I feel the same. I'm like half amused, but also half dying inside. Because the thing was, I didn't expect to like do that. And then I think it was pretty late that I was doing this, so like I just didn't feel like redoing the lines. So yeah, so Herobrine, his intensity breaks the fourth wall and goes into my microphone.
He's too far gone. If Notch's kingdom was still standing, I might agree. But it isn't. And now we're stranded here, with no way out.
Also, you guys can notice that the Ender Dragon actually was defeated here. Just something noteworthy.
It is. In every person that escaped Herobrine, kingdom was still standing, I might agree. He's too far gone. If Notch's kingdom was still standing, I might agree. But it isn't. And now we're stranded here, with no way out. It is. In every person that escaped Herobrine's destruction the day that you took the relic. Even in you. Wait. Myself and the rest of the Guardians, we went to this very island. The pillagers took the ancient relic from us when we were sleeping. We ambushed them and took the relic back. Then we brought it here to the end. Zacharias kept several journals of our travels. We made elytras and flew to a faraway island. Above an end city, we found an island. It was so unusual, we thought it would be the perfect place to leave the ancient relic.
Pausing, stuff in the chat. GWB says Herobrine breaking the fourth wall is crazy. He would do that though. Like, I very much believe that he would just be like, it appears that people are watching this live stream, and then he'd just break through the screen and just be like, yeah, it was a good chat. Yeah, he would totally do that. He would do that. He would come out of someone's screen just to break their microphone. Raptor says end music is fire. GWB also says fire. It really is. I love the end music. It is massively underrated and it is great. Raptor says one of my favorite music pieces of music in Minecraft. I definitely agree. Oh yeah, GWB says live Herobrine impression. Yo, yes, yeah, we got the live Herobrine impression. I might do a saying a lot of things as whatever character sometime. Those look pretty fun.
Sometimes. Above an end city, we found an island. It was so unusual, we thought it would be the perfect place to leave the ancient relic. Sometimes. You have to hide power in order to keep the peace.
Oh. Pointing, whistling meme. He said the thing. Keeping the peace. But yeah, where they're going is though, the place where Steve goes at the end of oh no, that was unintentional. But at the end of Guardian Season 1 is the island that they're talking about.
Understand. You have to hide power in order to keep the peace. I understand. Do you think that we could use it to escape? I'm not sure. To understand such things can take several years. We need to try. The elytras are this way. The end city is this way. Keep looking forward.
I see the island above the city. Let's fly up.
Again, same beacon from Guardian Season 1. GWB said, bro said the title. He did, in fact, say the title.
Wait. Herobrine can hear distant conversations.
Two little fools just told me the location of the ancient relic. I suppose that means that our truce is over, Steve. No, I'm afraid that neither of you are of any use to me anymore, now that I have ultimate power.
You'll have to get through us first.
One last noble stand. I would almost be moved if I thought that you would win.
And another thing as well, so I wanted to really not give Steve and Alikos too big of an advantage, because they could find the ancient relic and like probably get out of there. But the thing is, though, that'd be too easy. So they gotta have someone stop him. So Herobrine, he can just teleport wherever, because he was threatening to send Steve to the end at the beginning. Now Steve's in the end. So Herobrine, he can just go there whenever he wants. It's like a vacation, but ominous vacation.
And now, you will meet your demise.
No, this is too far, even for you.
The prized general of Notch's kingdom will finally know what it is like to be helpless, and no one is able to help you. Stave, back, traitor! Stave, no! Stave, you're alive! But how?
Fire res, courtesy of Archelaus. She never let us go without it. I connected with the...
Alright, reading the chat for a moment. GWB says, vacation in the end is actually quite interesting. Honestly, yeah, that actually is interesting. I'm not gonna lie. But yeah, so also Sonic Frontiers music. But yeah, I just wanted to prove as well that Steve saying he always comes prepared, he wasn't just bluffing. He wasn't just saying that earlier in the Stronghold, because he actually does come prepared. And a lot of the extra useful items are from Archelaus, because Archelaus, she plans pretty much everything. And although Steve was the head of some operations, it was, yeah, something that Archelaus definitely did help with. So
Stave, you're alive! But how? Fire res, courtesy of Archelaus. She never let us go without it. I connected with the command block, and it wasn't hard to see how to. Herobrine's loneliness, his desire for power made his connection to the block very strong.
So I think this has to be my favorite scene in the entire movie, because just the kind of mental space where Steve, he's having the command block, he's finding the command block, and he's just trying to connect to it like Herobrine did, because Herobrine, it's in Obsidian where it's shown a bit that Herobrine kind of had a bit of difficulty at first, because he's the first one to ever connect to the relic, or not the relic, the command block, I mean. But Steve, he's kind of able, since he is Herobrine, it's a bit easier for him to connect to it. So he's kind of able to be in the brain space, kind of, if that makes sense, with a bit more ease.
But my connection, and it wasn't hard to see how to.
Go back with it.
I connected with the command block. She never let us go without it. I connected with the command block, and it wasn't hard to see how to. Herobrine's loneliness, his desire for power made his connection to the block very strong. But my connection to Notch, Alikos, and everyone else in Notch's kingdom was stronger.
Power. You can join me.
And also, by the way, I don't know why, but for some reason, those like kind of like death particles kept showing up sometimes. And I was thinking, you know what? I'm going to use that because that's a pretty cool Herobrine intro. Raptor said Archelaus for the win. For real.
In having unnatural power, you can join me. In having unnatural power, you have the desire in you, Steve. You want powers. like mine. I can share it with you. Alikos. We can leave him here, betray him like he betrayed you. Isn't it about time that you stop running? No, it needs to be destroyed. You have been running from yourself. You know that you can fix it all if you harness the powers of the command block. Where am I? Within the command block, connecting with it. Now you see what happens when you underestimate me. No, I was underestimating myself. I'll tell you a few things. Alikos is not getting stranded here. You are not taking the ancient relic. The command block is getting destroyed. And you ever think about using your powers for good? Ah, it looks like he gave in after all. Your name will now be White Eyes.
All right, so GWB says W music. Thank you. Thank you very much. So on that note, oh dang, I made a joke. But yeah, on that literal note, I wanted to make sure that I really thought it would be cool for someone like The Biggest Moments to use actual Minecraft music, granted a remix. And I do know I used Minecraft music earlier, like the ends I know I used. And I know when Steve was first exploring back in the episode 1 bit. I know I used some Minecraft music there, but I wanted to make sure that like I didn't let it get overshadowed with too much other music for like The Biggest Moments, because I feel like that would kind of like put a damper on it. And I feel like, not to kind of throw shade at the Minecraft movie, but it did have a bit of Minecraft music in it, which was pretty cool. But in the climax, I feel like they should have maybe done a bit something more with the cinematic effect. Like they could have like done some cinematic Minecraft stuff for the climax. I think that would have made it way cooler, in my opinion. And I believe Keeper of the Peace did come out before Minecraft movie, so I wasn't really thinking about the Minecraft movie specifically in this moment. But yeah, I just, wanted to make sure that Minecraft music was used for The Biggest Moment.
Ah, it looks like he gave in after all. Your name will now be White Eyes.
And then showing as well he has white eyes because he's connected. That's kind of the connecting to the command block stuff.
Steve? Steve! No! What has he done to you? Open my eyes. Ugh. You realize the command block shows me every one of your weaknesses. Weaknesses? Ooh.
Just pausing here as well. So sorry for the lag that happened in this bit. Replay mod does not have a camera shake feature. So I was using my replay videos and I was using I was moving around my my mouse and shaking it, or like shaking, or no, or yeah, in the replay mod I was shaking around the mouse there, and at the time OBS didn't really like Minecraft as much, so hence the lag, so I apologize for that. Oh yeah, GWV says I remember the live action version of this. That's true. I should totally show that at the end of the stream. I think that would actually be pretty epic if I did that.
No,
Thank you for reminding
Steve,
me.
give me the command block. I will fix it, and we will rule together. What about our zombified clones?
I'll leave that to the relic. No power this dangerous should be available to anyone. So long, Steve. So, for that bit, you may notice that that is the moment where Herobrine was trapped inside of the Obsidian prison, and in Guardian Season 2 is when we see him next. And then the thing is as well, the command block it did have a piece of it broken off, but I never really worked out a proper reason as to why that would be. It might be because somebody actually did try taking Herobrine down and actually had a pretty competent weapon. For those of you who've, looked at the command block, see if you can break it in survival, you actually cannot. You can only use it, you can only obtain it, use it, and also break it in creative mode. But it could be either that, or like Herobrine accidentally like got a part of it off, but I'm guessing it's probably a bit more like he got attacked. But the thing is as well, when Steve had the command block, he had his white eyes because he was connected to the command block, but he also broke it.
No power this dangerous.
So it's in pieces, and then you can notice that his eyes are back to normal because without the command block, he can't be wide eyes. But yeah, Raptor says fire scene, fire. Thank you very much. Really appreciate that. I'm really glad you guys like so much. GWB says for real. I heard an Enderman there before it cut to black. That was a part of the remix. They put some Minecraft creatures inside of the remix. So yeah, there's just an Enderman that's just plastered into the music, which is W Enderman cameos. Raptor said, sort of. It's more like in the music, but yeah. All right.
Should be available. I'll leave that to the relic. No power this dangerous should be available to anyone. So long, Steve.
And then as well, Steve's looking at Herobrine, just kind of knowing that he's probably never going to see him again. So before he acknowledges that, he's acknowledging that, he's kind of going through it, and he's thinking, this is a Steve, this is kind of really damaged by all the things he's gone through. I'm never going to see him again. And he is sad that he has to trap him, but it's, you know, he's acknowledging him as Steve, because that's what he is. He is Steve. So yeah. That's that there, and hence the looking back. GWB says Wolf Tamer plays is turning into Wolf Tamer lore explainer W. Thank you. that's pretty epic. Yeah, Wolf Tamer lore explainer. Welcome to the second channel. Just kidding. All right.
Steve, you're okay. Again.
I am, Alikos. I am.
And Herobrine, he lost his powers.
We should get going.
Steve, give me the command block. Steve, Alikos, let me out of here. Steve!
And yeah, that's when Steve and Alikos just walk away. So Herobrine got pretty mad for a very long time. GWB says, Steve! Yeah.
Don't the other Guardians need you? They do, but you'll be alone again. There's no one that has confirmed that the Farlands are real, and you might just keep on going. Forever.
Oh, and by the way, this music in the background right now is what I consider to be pretty much Steve's theme. And it's kind of like... oh, yeah, GWB said, hold up, he did the thing. Rip your friend, though. But yeah, this is the music that's... Yeah, it's just kind of to represent kind of Steve's kind of... not really desperation, but kind of his urgency and his traveling, his tranquility, but it can also be a bit intense at times as well. So this is Steve's theme.
Farlands are real, and you'll be alone again. There's no one that has confirmed that the Farlands are real, and you might just keep on going. Forever. Away from Notch. Away from the pillagers. Away from us. Notch's final order to me was to go to the Farlands. When he's ready, he'll find me there. And why don't the other Guardians come with us? The other Steves are taking care of the escaped citizens, so why not? Notch's orders are Notch's orders, are they not? Thank you. That would be nice. Steve, look! A wolf. Perhaps he can keep you company while I retrieve the other Guardians. That's a good idea. I do have bones to give him. Would you look at that? He likes you all.
Steve has turned into Wolf Tamer plays. He's tamed a wolf.
Idea. I do have bones to give him. Would you look at that? He likes you already.
GWB says, you hear that? Yeah, I hear that. Warner Bros. Steve's theme is not Lava Chicken. Wolf Tamer plays proved it. That is my favorite comment I've seen all day. Oh, man.
Glad. Would you look at that? He likes you already. I'm glad. I'll name him Droopy. Alikos went back to the other Guardians after I met you.
By the way, this music is literally made, it's named Farlands, literally, and it's made by, I think this guy, oh man, I need to remember his name. Hold Hold on, chat. I need to find his name. I got him in the credits, but hold on. I'm gonna go to like the movie on my phone so I can see the crediting of who. I think I remember pretty much what his name is. Okay. Hold up, chat. Come on. I don't know. I forgot specifically what it is. I think it's, yeah, I think it's, all right, wait, where is it? All right, there, yeah, okay, this guy's name is Steelman. Okay, so the guy named Steelman, he actually made music called Farlands. So I just wanted to drop that in the stream because he has such good music and I love it so much. Raptor says, oh yeah. GWB also said, oh yeah. All right, hold up. I've missed a bit in chat. GWB said W Droopy. Thank you. Yeah, and Raptor says Droopy the Wolf. Love the reference to the Minecraft Droopy music. Yeah, there are 2 pieces of Minecraft music. I don't think that they ever made it to the official, but I think they were in the alpha version or beta version. One's called Droopy Likes Ricochet, and the other's called Droopy Likes Your Face. So, so yep, that is a reference. And then GWB says, yeah, hear that, Warner Bros. His name is Droopy, not Dennis. Right. Interesting they both start with D, though. And then Raptor says, we're working on my next upload, by the way. That is cool. All right, back to it.
He likes you already. I do have bones to give him. Would you look at that? He likes you already. I'm glad. I'll name him Droopy. Alikos went back to the other Guardians after I met you. Then we traveled for many more hundreds of thousands of blocks. Across islands, seas, old battlegrounds. And at last, we had made it. The Farlands were in sight.
Oh man, I love this shot. This is one of my favorite shots I had. The Farlands. So for any of you guys wondering, are these actually the Farlands? Sadly, not really. Because they're so far away and so hard to get to that I actually found somebody who built a replica of it. So yes, this is a built replica, but it looks so good though. I love this map so much. It's one of my favorite Minecraft maps I have.
At last, we had made it. The Farlands were in sight.
I love how Droopy's just looking up backwards as well. Like, Droopy's not even looking at the Farlands. He's like, hey, what's up there on the part of the sky that doesn't have the Farlands?
Across islands, seas, old battlegrounds. And at last, we had made it. The Farlands were in sight. They are real. And now, I have been making a city on top of them. Moog City. Inspired by the cities of the end and created with the blocks that form the ancient cities. Now all who come can have a new start, guarded by the odd but formidable terrain.
GWB says, honestly, I wish Jesse made a cameo in Guardians of the Ancient Relic. That would be so cool if I could do a Jesse impression. I would try to do one, but it wouldn't be good.
Quite the story, huh, pal?
Oh yeah, Raptor says the Moog City reference too. And yeah, GWB noticed that as well. Yeah, I'm like Ian Flynn from the Sonic IDW comics. I like referencing literally everything I can whenever. Tying things together is so fun.
It's beautiful, and no war has touched it. Let us hope that it stays that way. Alikos, this city that you have built is quite impressive. I am sure that Notch will be greatly pleased when he finds us. I have always wanted to mine and craft, build without a worry of a threat to tear it down.
And by the way as well, so Steve narrating the whole time, it's not just him narrating and you're thinking, where is he right now? It's just like, you know, because you don't have to wonder that, because the thing is, Steve was actually talking to his dog the whole time, to his wolf the whole time, to Droopy. And so from the beginning, Steve was just explaining all this to Droopy. So, yeah, justified narration. GWB said Obsidian War reference. Bro said war. That might be an Obsidian War reference. I'm just going to say it is because canon.
I will keep my skills sharp, but as you said, being a keeper of the peace does not always have to be in war.
You still open for lessons?
Of course I am. I'm glad that you're okay.
Steve! Oh, how we've missed you.
First appearance of Irene on the channel. And yeah, Raptor says, "Aw, he's storytelling his to his wolf." Yeah, I mean, like, you know, dog's man's best friend, by extension, wolves as well. So yeah. GWB said, "Bro also said the title again." Yes, he did.
Irene, I'm glad that you're okay.
Steve! Oh, how we've missed you.
Irene.
I like traveling better without a general.
Oh man, that was my first ever Gabriel line. I gotta say that better now. I like traveling better without a general. That's a way better way to say the line. There, I've fixed it.
Oh, Gavril, we aren't traveling anymore. Not until Notch finds us, that is.
Zacharias is right. We've won the war. The pillagers are still a threat, but without Herobrine, they will not dare to launch an attack on kingdoms like ours.
Oh yeah, funny fact as well. That clip was actually reversed because I think I accidentally had one less footage than I needed. So you can notice
Without
weird turns.
Herobrine, they will not dare to launch an attack on kingdoms like ours.
Yeah, Alikos was doing some reverse turning.
What about the ancient relic?
I think that it should stay where it is. What should we do until Notch gets back? Let's explore, because here, the only limit is your imagination. Let's go wherever we want to go. Climb the tallest mountains, venture down to the darkest caves, build anything that we want, day or night, rain or shine, because we will never find a place more fascinating than this. Protect ourselves with the strongest armor that we can craft, and fight off the dangers of the night. This adventure, it's up to us.
And there is my favorite ending I have ever written. Oh man, sorry, this sounds like bragging. Oops. But comparing against myself, that is my favorite ending that I've written, because Steve at the beginning, he was quoting the Minecraft trailer, as GWB pointed out, but the thing is, he was told that, and that was what Notch's Kingdom was supposed to be. Except here's the thing: once Herobrine showed up, that wasn't the case anymore, and they had long. Oh, it's lagging, Raptor says? Oh, dang. Well, hey, we got like 2 minutes left on movie. But I am paused right now, though. But or wait, no. Or wait, is it lagging? Wait, hold up. Wait, it froze. No, not this close. There we go. I clicked back onto OBS chat. I think that unfroze the stream. I think OBS just wanted to die. Is it unfrozen now? Is it? Chat, is it unfrozen? Okay, chat, I think it's unfroze. Okay, so, what was I going to say? Right, so yeah, Steve, he was told that at the beginning of this series or movie, he was told that he would actually be able to do all these things. But that proved, yeah, GWB said unfrozen now, thank you. I'm glad. But yeah, that is the place where he was told that all that stuff would be true. And it was true for a time, but Herobrine showed up and ruined things. But now he's going to be starting something new, something safer. And now that Herobrine's under control and that there aren't really any threats to worry about, now this is the new start. So that is the Keeper of the Peace with the Farlands music in the Farlands. GWB says 2 wolves. Oh yeah, right, because like the stream me is playing in the background. Also, I don't know if any of you guys have seen the Lego Batman movie, but it's, you know how he says all good movies end on a white screen. That was what I was thinking of here. All right, credits time. Let's go. Credits. Let's go. Yes. Hold on. I'm gonna just ever so slightly turn down the music so that you guys can hear me just freaking out to the credits, because I love this credit music. All right, hold up. Okay, there we go. Alright, starting off. Credits are always so satisfying to do. Wolf Tamer plays as Steve, yes. Yo, Steve. Oh, I was Alikos too. But yeah, this music, I forget specifically what it is. I don't know how I could, but I'm gonna see at the end. But yeah, even though the Guardians showed up late, pretty early mention. Oh, what? Raptor says it keeps cutting me out. Hold up. That's weird. Am I uncut now? Not for you anymore. All right. Okay, it's not lagging. Okay, that's good. Okay, anyways, But yeah, the Guardians are brought up a bit sooner, just because you know, they are pretty prominent characters at least. And now there's the little icon for the camera. Yeah. Then there's the command block as well, very important to the story. Parkour. Rep said there it works sick. Also, if I had had enough time, I would have loved it if Steve would have jumped over in front of this text and then landed behind it. It really looks like it would have been possible, but oh well. Yeah. Yeah, Raptor said W Skirk music though and spamming celebration. Yeah, that's true. Skirk music is so peak. I love Skirk so much. Massively underrated. I'm just jamming out right now. Yeah, Raptor did a lot of Herobrine's actions. Great work. White Room. Again, loved working on that. Yeah, graded all those boys, never mind. And girl. I love how the music went like, and it was like doing like a pitch shift or pitch bend as I was going down the script. That was really fun. Also, yeah, script reveal. And there's my outro too. They made replay mod. And yeah, so I thought, so yeah, so YoFPS shader pack is actually an edit on this shader pack. So I thought that this was a person, and I think it technically is, but yeah. This is who made the shader pack. Parlance. Yo, thank you for the spam of celebration. And there all it is. But wait, there's just a little bit more. Oh yeah, GWB said all great movies end on a white screen. This boy has seen the Lego Batman movie. Oh yeah. Steve. Got the Steve. Keeper of the Peace continues in. The Guardians of the Ancient Relic. Now go back in time and watch my commentary on the Guardians of the Ancient Relic. Oh dang. Oh no, I've just restarted. But yeah, that was the end though. That was the end. And let me just go into where is it? All right. But yeah, that wraps up The Keeper of the Peace, a Minecraft movie / machinima. Vertical Line MCTV. Or so is the title at the top of the screen. But yeah, I almost hit the game theory. Welcome to Wolf Tamer Plays theory. I almost hit that. I enjoyed working on this so much. When I first started writing it, I was thinking, how am I gonna write a series that primarily has 2 characters in it? I'm thinking I can't do that, really, because that's gonna be difficult to do. Oh yeah, GWB said Steve, peak, or well W I mean, but yeah, so because I was just thinking I don't know how I'm gonna get Steve because I can't have him talk to himself the whole time. So that was I spent a bit coming up with that. Raptor says great ending, thank you very much, and so then I finally settled on, I can make him narrate, and I can make him like tame a wolf at the end, and then I can make him talk to his wolf. So, but yeah, that was kind of how it started out. And I think I actually started writing. Yeah, I started writing Keeper of the Peace, I think, near the end of Guardian Season 2. And then I think an episode or two into Keeper of the Peace, I actually started writing Obsidian War. Yeah, GWV said gotta react. Bro, gotta react to the live action clip. I will totally do that. Just like give me 1 minute. But yeah, I really enjoy making this so much. The Farlands is just such an interesting location. And I know there are a bunch of different variations of glitches on the Farlands, but this is my favorite one. And it was used in story mode as well. I just love it whenever it's used. But yeah, making Herobrine do stuff was really fun to do. I love doing that. And just doing the whole clone story. I feel like the Steve clone theory should be popularized. I would make a hashtag for it. But yeah. Okay. Chat, are you ready for me to react to my live action clip? All right, live action clip time. Let's go. Let's go. All right, where is it? Speed run. All right, it is. There it is.
Herobrine.
All right. Yeah, there we are. There's me. All right, let's go. Let's go, chat. Let's go. I'm going to make sure that this looks okay in OBS stuff. All right. All right, lock in. Lock in. I'm going to be reacting to my live action now. All right, 3, 2, 1, go.
Herobrine, your reign of terror is over. It looks like he caved in after all. Your name will now be White Eyes.
I love how I said white eyes. Like I've really put on the W.
Your name will now be White Eyes.
Steve, no. What has he done to you?
Oh yeah, I would have done live action Alikos as well, but Alikos's hair is kind of like up, so that's why I didn't do Alikos. Also, I don't have green eyes.
White Eyes.
Steve, no. What has he done to you?
Open my eyes.
Yeah.
Luckily it was just one. Oh, I'm under monkey bars. That explains everything. That'll make good content. Oh, my eyes.
Yeah, these are my bloopers. I had way more bloopers than actual content.
That'll make good content.
Oh, and Raptor's holding the camera, by the way.
Oh, my eyes.
Oh, by the way, I was trying to like tape up a piece of tape inside of the stuff, so I couldn't even really see it outside. But yeah, when I was here, Brian.
Something. I don't know. Does that look good?
That looked good.
Nice. Okay.
Yeah.
I can't see a thing. Or wait, I have an idea. Oh no.
What are you gonna do? Are you sure, huh?
Oh darn.
Oh man. I love seeing Steve and Herobrine, me playing them both struggling immensely to land a blow on each other.
Oh, Herobrine, you opened my eyes to danger this time.
There's my IRL outro. I'm gonna play out the rest of my IRL outro though, cause yeah. Yeah, I love this. Oh, there we go. All right. Yeah, Rev just says, yes, IRL battle. Oh gosh, my laugh. I agree with GWV. After laughing at this, adds so much more comedy. Since this is so short, I'm gonna watch it again. I'm gonna watch it a second time. I'm not gonna lie.
Herobrine, your reign of terror is over. It looks like he gave in after all. Your name will now be White Eyes.
Steve, no. What has he done to you?
Open my eyes. Luckily it was just block one. Oh, I'm under monkey bars. That explains everything. That'll make.
Yeah, that is true. Rapture's laugh does make this so much funnier. But yeah, just like, I love doing that. I think it was like a day. I think it was the same day that the movie released that I did this. I'm just thinking, you know what? I want to go to the park, and then Oh, GWC says same bench bro went up with MVR for Mr. Beast face test. This is actually a different perk. It is well, I'm not gonna say the name of it, but like it actually is a different perk than that perk. It's not too far away though. But yeah,
Good content. Oh, my eyes.
I think that's my favorite blooper. Oh my eyes.
Something. I don't know. Does that look good?
That looked good.
Nice. Okay.
Yeah.
I can't see a thing. Or wait, I have an idea. Oh no.
What are you gonna do? Are you sure?
Burn it.
Oh, by the way, the "Are you sure, honey?" here is the actress for Archelaus, who's also my mom. So that was just like, I love how it's just like, all right, I'm going down. Are you sure? And then I just like,
Thing. Or wait, I have an idea. Oh no.
What are you gonna do?
my oh no as well.
Nice.
Oh
Okay.
gosh.
I can't see a thing. Or wait, I have an idea. Oh no.
What are you gonna do? Are you sure?
Burn it. Oh darn.
Real life Minecraft though, that's probably how Steve feels going through one wide gap stuff. Oh yeah, in the outro, yeah. Sorry, GWB. Yeah, that is the same. It's still a different bench, but it is the same park for that one. Yes, that is the same one. Same park, different bench.
I'm okay. Oh shoot. Oh God, you opened my eyes to danger this time.
But yeah, so yeah, this is by comparison, so that collab video was over to like the right and like back a bit, but yeah, this is in like a different area. But yeah, there's me. But yeah. Anyways, I guess that's probably, or no, I'm gonna see this part one more time.
Good content. Oh my eyes.
All right, I think that's gonna do it for this stream though. I think I've been on for a bit. How long have I been streaming for? 1 hour. All right. But yeah, thank you guys all for showing up. Thank you GWB for recommending me watch the IRL scene recreation slash cosplay. That was really fun to do, and I'm glad I can react to that too. Keeper of the Peace. Hopefully you guys like it. It is kind of a different perspective than Obsidian War, kind of showing where Steve is. And if you guys are just curious about what happened with the Guardians, the Guardians of the Ancient Relics, or Guardians of the Ancient Relic themselves, if you're curious, what did they see? What was, guys, just wait until like a day or two from now, probably, where I will hopefully stream the live commentary of the Obsidian War. So that is going to hopefully happen sooner rather than later. Raptor says that was great. Thank you very much. Glad you enjoyed. But yeah, that's it for me. Thank you all so much for watching. And I'll see you all in the next one.